Hello everyone, I am Professor Anis Vora and I welcome you all in this video lecture. In this video lecture, we will study about the MOS family. We have one special type of field effect transistor and that is with insulated gate. The name is IGFET, that is the insulated gate field effect transistor. But most commonly we use the name that is a MOSFET, and MOSFET name is derived from metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Now let us see the classification of MOS family. We have basically three different types of classification in MOS family, that is a PMOS, NMOS and CMOS. In case of PMOS, we use a P-channel MOSFET. In case of NMOS, we use a N-channel MOSFET. CMOS is known as a complementary MOSFET, and in CMOS we use a P-channel as well as N-channel MOSFET. Now let us start with the PMOS. First we see the symbol for the PMOS and then we will see the salient features of the PMOS. As we discussed that PMOS, we use a P-channel MOSFET. Normally we use enhancement type of MOSFET. So in case of enhancement type of MOSFET, conductive channel for the current does not exist, and that is why we have indicated channel with the broken lines. We have two terminals taken from the current carrying channel, and that is drain and source, and we have third terminal, that is the gate. Gate is insulated, and that is why it is indicated slightly away from the current carrying channel, and substrate is connected with the source, and this symbol we use for PMOS. We use the P-channel enhancement type of MOSFET for PMOS, and majority charge carriers in case of PMOS, that is holes. As we discussed, it has three terminals: drain, source and gate. Same way, now let us discuss NMOS. We know that in case of NMOS we use a N-channel MOSFET. So now we have symbol for the NMOS. As usual, we have drain, source and gate, and substrate is connected to the source. To differentiate PMOS and NMOS, we identify it with the arrow. In case of NMOS, we can see that arrow is toward inside. In case of PMOS, the arrow is outside. And this symbol we use for NMOS. We use the N-channel enhancement type of MOSFET. Majority charge carriers are electrons. We know that field effect transistor is a unipolar semiconductor device, and it has three terminals: drain, source and gate. PMOS as well as NMOS has a certain advantage and disadvantages also. So first let us see the advantage. The size is very small. Power dissipation is quite less. Fan out, number of fan out is more when we use either PMOS or NMOS. Cost is cheaper. Now let us see the disadvantage. Propagation delay is more, and that is why the operating speed is comparatively less. Current driving capacity is comparatively less. And interfacing with TTL is not that much easy. Reduced drive capacity because of high input impedance. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of PMOS and NMOS. Now let us discuss CMOS. In CMOS, we use both P-channel as well as N-channel MOSFET. When gate to source voltage is negative, P-channel MOSFET start conducting, and when gate to source voltage is positive, N-channel MOSFET conducts. Now let us see one of the circuit we implement with the help of CMOS, that is a CMOS inverter. We use one P-channel MOSFET, and that is a Q1. At the same time, we use one another MOSFET, and that is a N-channel MOSFET, and that is Q2. Now to make the circuit as an inverter, we give supply VDD, positive supply, to the drain of the Q1, and source of Q2 is connected to the ground. The gate of both the MOSFET are connected together, and the input A is given at the gate. We take output from the common point of source and drain of Q1 and Q2 respectively, and the output, that is A bar. Q1 is P-channel MOSFET and it works as an active load, while Q2 is N-channel MOSFET and it works as an input device. When A is equal to 0, so when gate is equal to 0, Q2 is off and Q1 is on. So output is plus VDD, and that is a logic high. So when we give input 0 or low level, we will be getting output high. When A is equal to 1, Q1 is off and Q2 is on. So output is 0, and that is a logic low or 0. So therefore we can say that in both the condition, output is the inversion of the input, and that is why this circuit can work as an inverter. Advantage of CMOS over TTL. TTL, that is a transistor logic. CMOS is suitable for large scale as well as medium scale integration in ICs. Internal circuit is quite simple. Power consumption is less. It can work on 15 volt supply against 5 volt for the TTL. Fan out is more. It is almost 50 compared to 10 in TTL. Power dissipation is very less, 0.01 milliwatt against 10 milliwatt in case of TTL. Noise margin is high, 5 volt against 0.4 volt in TTL. It has a certain disadvantage also, so we will discuss disadvantage of CMOS over TTL. It should be stored in special conductive form. Propagation time is more, 70 nanosecond compared to 5 to 15 nanosecond in TTL. cost is comparatively high. So these are some of the advantage and disadvantage of CMOS over TTL. Thank you for watching my video. Keep watching. Thank you very much.